Here we come. So we enter this room. What used to be, I used to have like all table going across the room. This is the room. And so this shelf used to be stacking up behind me right along this wall. And I take it down and all my hardware and charms. And this is the book page ephemera, which I do in envelope. And I'll tell you the usage of that envelope. And my ledger book, my blank paper that I use for printing, and my printing supply. So let's close the door. And here behind the door, and it's like up to the rim, so I'll try to keep it slow so that you don't get dizzy. So I put my printer up there, and here's my die cut machine. It's the electric one. And behind the door I just have my stencil up there, and my big paper punch. This is I donate so much of that. And then here's my key fobs that still available that I haven't listed. And then this is my stack of glue stick. I grab it when they ship on sale. And yeah, and then I put up here, I have my paper punch and my acrylic paint. And here, this behind the door corner is my mixed media stuff. I don't know, I'm gonna sit down. And most of these tray drawer, I made it myself from the cardboard box, cereal box, and cracker box and stuff. So it just pulled out, and it just like supplies that we need to make mixed media and stuff. And then my paint for my jelly plate painting. I'm not gonna pull out all the details, but just so you see. And then here's my glue supply and what do you call, fabric glue and such. And this is my big bite. It's just such an awkward thing to store. And then this is my kind of like Crayola paint, or what do you call that, a wax mixed media paint. And this is Tim Holtz paint. And I have these, like one empty, and this is like paper clip and other supply paper clip that I made for what do you call the rust for rust up here. And then I have my collection of the acrylic paint using for my jelly plate. And then this is my blank notebook that I have just so that I can grab it and then write when I need them. And then this is definitely a diary that I have, this couple latest one. I have more downstairs just so that I grab and get inspired. And then this is stuff for my nail. And then and this is my shipping station, still the same. It's still a big mess. I cover with the paper that I got, what do you call, the Florentine paper. Just, it's a big mess. Like, this is the worst drawer. And scale and tape and ribbon. And this one is my slow stitching project. I couldn't believe I get rid of, and then that's all I have left for my slow stitching project. And this is my embossed paper when I have a cardstock that small pieces, and I just throw it in the emboss folder, and then just run through the machine, and then right there you have embossing paper that ready to use. And then I have in here, I just like a fabric hinge, which I just like tear the fabric into 1-inch strip, and then I roll it up. And let me show you what I have. Sorry about that. And this is my mooncake box that I got from Costco, and it's so nice and have magnetic closure, so I just cover it with the embossed paper, and they're in there, small strip. And these, yeah, that's, I have like a tea dye, not tea dye, just simple, just 1-inch strip, the fabric that I like, you know, just roll it up and just be ready to use. We can make what you call the ruffle with that as well. Yeah, so that's a bunch of stuff there. And in here I have snippets, a cluster. This is the fabric. I think this is paper, and it's fabric snippet, which is mixed color. And then I have white fabric snipper, which is just pure white because I use them so much. And then in here used to be the bathroom organization that go above the toilet. So I put it on top of these. That bottom part I found on the curve, and I just cover it with, make it look nice, buy a new handle. And in here is my sari silk collection, and yeah, so that's my, it's so long ago that I have these. So you can see my daughter picture in there. It's been in there since she's about 5 years old, and now she's 28. So that, I mean, and then up there is my shrine that I pray sometime, that I've been not consistent lately. And that's one of my painting from Saskatchewan. It's the green elevator with the school bus and stuff. Up there, this corner I haven't finalized everything yet, but I think most stuff, staying beads and stuff, I'm gonna try to use more. And this is just a simple pack that I made, like a mass made, and then I like to throw in with the order of journal or anything. And up there some Posca pen, and then my little book that I need to use it up. And also in here, these are the clinic box drawer that I made before, and I haven't changed the label to it yet. So it's, oops, sorry, my arm, my shoulder, my sore shoulder. And in here it's just the, what do you call, the coin protector that I have. Some I've already made and some not, and it ready to throw in the bag. And this is alcohol ink. This hasn't been changed, obviously. And in here I have seal stamp, wax seal stamp, so that in there. And in here also the stamp material. They all wax seal stamp. There's 3, some of them that I made from the button, obviously. And in here I have a thread for sewing binding, book binding. This is such a drag that it has the overlap, so I can't really pull out. And then I have this more chiffon ribbon, and look, I have empty bin. And in here are my ink. I try ink I bought, and some of them I hardly touch. So from now on, this is a great advice for a new beginner to junk journaling or art making or whatever. If you just started out, start to get a mini ink pad is the best. You know, you can get more color with less money, and then the color that you use most, then you go and buy a full size. And in here I love this acrylic tray. It's like a working in progress tray. This is the cluster making tray, and this is the fabric tray. And then in here I also have another cluster making tray. So if I feel like not sure what to do, I just pull out the tray and start working on it. Up here are my tea dye, and they all have label like this is exercise paper, graph paper, line yellow, and regular tea dye, so on. And then in here there are cardstock. I like to dye cardstock so that I can use it to back all the printing or ephemera. And then I got this giant book page. It's all about a hummingbird from Darlene Creative Studio. And then those are like art paper, and then down there, which I don't want to pull out this table, are just book page, and it has children book page, botanical, and arts, and that I use in there. So when I need to make journal, I can pull this card out because the card is on wheel, so I can pull it out, and then I just can go through that paper. And then below it are the 12 by 12 and other plastic supply. And then on this shelf I have those are the ephemera, like a guest check, tags, and stuff like that, that's in there. And then here my stamping station on this shelf. Start with acrylic box in there, embossing folder, and then this is just extra embossing folder that doesn't fit in here. And then just like a bag, small little bag. And in here are my four of these are my clear stamp, which I need to go through them and get rid of them. I organize them just whatever that I don't have, what you call, I don't separate them in category because it's not easy for me to keep track. So I just go fill the folder one, fill it up, and when it come new one, you just next, right? And then I made these reference book that I'm gonna put you down like this, that it would tell me. So I just go through the book like a volume 1, which is in here. I can see what's in there, so I just stamp. And then this is volume 1, P1, P2, which is page 2, what they have in there. So this is my reference book, so on. And when I need stamp, I just look at the reference book, and then I just pull out what I need. And then I have this stamp platform from Tim Holtz. Not sure why, but I had it when I started out card making, and I just haven't touched since. And I just hate to throw them out or give it or donate it or something, but I just thought I might use it. And then in here is my big stencil, so that's how I keep them in the clear sleeve. This one I did not have reference because I could just pull out and flip through. And in here it is my fabric scrap project that I'm working on. And then in here it just that stamp that I most use and then have room for. In here are my dies, my dies that I store them in here. Oh no, this is a stamp set and big die. A stamp that is a set, like it has like a die and stamp together. It's in here, and a big die. I have big die, which wonderful for fabric cutting. And in here just the large embossing, and then a big stamp like this kind, so it doesn't fit in there, so I keep it in there. And then on this card I have a serger, and then I have oh, this is so hard, sorry. I can pull it out there. And I have a serger, and then I'm gonna have another sewing machine that will go in here because right now it's out for service. It's been 3 months and he hasn't touched it. And then in this drawer I have jelly plate in here and jelly printing supply. And in here I have a cinch machine and the hand crank die cut machine. And in here are my dies. This is how I store my die. It in the clear sleeve with the magnetic sheet. Let me show you one. If I could pull out, it's so heavy. And yes, so these I have sorry for my feet. It's in this big wooden box, and if I can pull out one, yeah, this is how I store them. And yeah, so it's a lot of work to store them, but it's very easy to go through and find what you need, and I don't need to you know, go through like organize and make a reference book for it. In here my notion, sewing notion, like button and thread in there. Yeah, so that oh, it used to be my coffee table before the kitchen, because we have nowhere to have coffee station, so we bought these from Wayfair, this coffee station. So it's served the purpose, and now I have it in my craft room, easy for me to wheel in and out when I need it. And up there just a trinket, and then up there it's just like some thing that my friends sent me or I made. And I don't know if you've been following me for so long. I made this journal for so long and I love it so much, and I kept it, and I made a strap for it, and it become a little purse. Up there, that's my daughter's painting when she was in kindergarten. And I have some of these that I want to list as like a journal accessory, like a keychain made with Thai silk. And this one I made, I'm not happy with it. And then I made this phone charm. I don't know if I'm gonna put it in my shop or not, but yes, sorry for the noise. See how it is easy to distract, right? My window. This is used to be my table, and I let the window open, and I keep hearing and the constant movement. That's why I want to have the table on the other side. Look, I have empty box. It's my mother-in-law recipe box. So yeah, and that's my little humidifier. I put it back there, and that's me and the king of Thailand. I'm getting my degree from him. And down here, this is the heater that I'm talking about. It's so warm. And in here I have my little thank you note and thank you sticker, and then the tape that what I use most, right? So I can turn around and use. And then in here I just made like a new product tag and thank you thing, little gift bag that I can throw in the package. And in here are my snack. This is my favorite snack, Skittle. I quit Pringle for a while. I used to eat so much Pringle, but now I have prune, I have date, I have my gummy bear, my sweet and sour cherries, all my vitamin and balm, and here's my candle, and then all my paintbrush. Those are just like acrylic paintbrush, and here's my good one. And up there are my depressing station, because when I look at it, it's so beautiful, but then I try to force myself to embroider more because I love the look of it, and I get frustrated so easily. And then I got most of them from like eBay. You buy like from other people. Like me, soon he's gonna be on eBay, this stash. And then I have all those my hardware supply for purse making, or and here is my project in process, like in work in process, in progress. And yeah, these are the stuff that I've been making, and like a sample and stuff like that. And yeah, and in here these are my pattern, and down here my zipper and other stuff interfacing in there. And down there are more paper and cutter, like it's so tiny, so just have to make. And then down there the zipper. And this is my brand new sewing machine. I love it. I love I got it for my birthday, for Christmas, and for Valentine. 3 occasion in one machine. It's worth it. And in there I clean up so much. I even get to put the mannequin in there because it used to be behind me, and Darcy won't even come in because it scared him. So I have to put her in the closet. And in the closet there, the shelf, I have one side fabric and one side journal making, and then the top there I used to have about almost 40-50 boxes like that I mentioned in my YouTube, my video yesterday, and I have about 20 something left. Unbelievable. Like I can what do you call, consolidate them, and now that I just need that. I cannot have more box. That's it, my maximum. And so I'm gonna back out, so I will show you the room, my table, my took scrap table. So I stack up that a lot. My table is very simple IKEA dining table that I put together, 2 of these. It was white pine, and then I just have my husband to stain it for me and paint the leg white, and then I've got 2 together, so one going that way and one going that way, and it is in about these. And then my friend who moved to Germany, she gave me this white table, which it fold down both way. It have a lip, what do you call that? You can lift it up both ways, so it perfectly for me to fit here, and then sitting with my sewing machine. It's so good how it worked for me. And then this is the space left that I can go through in and out the closet. And up here are my beads on the top unit, and then the button on the bottom units, and then those are brads and sewing supply, whatever. And this is my proud and joy moment, because the clear boxes that I get rid of, those contain those laces and trim, and then now I can stack them up like in like little spaces. And oops, sorry, those boxes, the cardboard box, and I just double the strength of the box and cover with my print page, and then it turned into shelf. Yeah, so I'm so happy. It's really strong. It's not going anywhere because I put double-sided tape together, so that it's stacked together nicely. And same as this one, I just tape it right on the plank, the wood there, so it's really strong. And in there, I still have 4 container up there. One said ticking, which is like whatever to do with stripe or ticking. And it's like, I'm so proud of it. Like, it used to be like so full that I couldn't even push it in. Now it's like I can put it in with the basket inside. And that say linen, and then it's like halfway of, all of these are halfway. It used to be like stuff to the brim, and then those are mixed color scrap, and then this is just the blue scrap. Linen mostly the white and neutral, so those if anything in color would go in color, and then you know, blue or blue. So because I use a lot of blue, so I like to separate them. And here are my journal supply that I have, stuff that I cut out or want to be. And yeah, so that's, I eliminated down to that much. It's still a lot. And then in here are my folder that I made and used to be behind me. Sorry, that used to be behind me. Those are the, it contain images that I cut out from books, or yes, or printing. Let's see, this one is a sewing, and so I've been making these. What I did, I buy a file folder, plastic file folder from Amazon for $5 a piece or something, and then I just cover it with fabric so that it add the strength to it. And I don't want hardcover because it cannot expand if it's hardcover, and I just collage the piece and showing like sewing and, what did I say, sewing and cooking, whoops. And then inside, like, I'm gonna put it down upside down. So this is it. I buy this sleeve. They were not that expensive, so I buy, they come in like 4 per page, or 2 per page, like this one 2 per page, and then the whole one for the larger. Just give you some idea how I keep stuff. And yeah, so this been like so good because I love my big giant ephemera folder, but then you know, when you want to do pulled out 4 or 5 folder at once, it fill up your table and you have no room, I just bought these sashiko template that I'm gonna start doing sashiko quilt. Just I want to get into more fabric and sewing, and in here my tiny stencil that I, and then those are my label. These are my label, and these are the my label that from my shop. Yeah, so some of you may have my folio, and these are store-bought label. And like so on, right? These are other artist, digital artist label, and these are fussy cut. This is other, and this is birds and butterfly, and that's flower. So it just, yeah, seems, I think some of you may have order or buy these already from me, but these are the fussy cut folder, the small one. So I just use the scrapbook paper, put in the clear stick sleeve and sew it to make a pocket. And same as the label. I use vellum, which is not strong, but this one I use the clear plastic sleeve. It's really strong and sturdy. So this is you know, I mean, if you have any interest of getting one, I know I owe somebody, and I just couldn't remember. I'm so sorry. Please, if you had ordered one from me before and I haven't made one for you, just send me a message. I just like, it's been so long since I made that, and I just couldn't remember who ordered what. And with moving this shop from Etsy to new website, it's just so hard to export the message and stuff. Yeah, I've been so bad. And this is what I've been flipping through. It's just the small stencil that I got, and then this is how I store them. And I just make the pocket from the scrapbook paper scrap and cut to size, and then the book cover, and doing the cinch, what do you call, cinch binding. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm working on my new website. Well, not new, but I just want to fix it up a bit. And up there, it's just my kind of like a mood board, and my camera, like a mood board filled with photo and inspiration, and then my painting. And on my table, I think that's most important, right? My table, prime table. So this is like the working area. I try to keep it less so that I don't take too much. I just pulled this out from the closet because I just draw some pattern, and I want to do some sample that I can take to the shop to see if I can show them the sample and if they have interest. On my table, those are watercolor palette that I have so much. And then I have just like a catch all kind of thing. I just throw in what in there, and then I just use what I I have these for quite some time, but I just never pull out because I thought the Posca pen is good, but this is so good. Acrylic pen. I got this from Amazon. I don't know if you can see the name. Cool part. They're really good. They're two sides, like one round and then one brush. So I love it. And so here it's just like most used tools. And yeah, so that's my prime table. And oh, I will link the video to how I made these. Like, I made these and I think like I got so much compliment from the cracker box, and I still use them. It's so nice. It's stacked up together so nicely. And that one tab that I put here what I use a lot. Like this is the well-tailed punch. What it's good is that if you have a cardstock scrap, a little piece left, you just throw in the puncher and punch it out, and then put in here, and then you have lots for use. And up here, this is the dumping corner. I love my basket waste bin because I can put it on my lap when I'm working. And yeah, this I pulled this out last night because I thought I'm gonna do some collaging, but turned out I do something else, and it's not always happen. And in here my catch-all trim and fabric, and here's my catch-all box for paper and such. And some of you may remember I made this drawer with box, and this is like it did hold in scrap and paper punch in here. I don't want to pull out, it's quite heavy. And wooden stamp, I don't have a lot of that. And washi, I start to empty out quite a bit, so I have some room, but there's another tray there. And in there it's just the general container. Whoops, sorry. I know it's a lot of moving and jiggling around, but that's the box in there. This I should put in one of the container out, so I use them quite a lot. This is like a 1-inch cardstock punch that we can use it as a closure disc. That's another idea when you have like a small piece of cardstock scrap left sitting around your desk. You could just throw in the punch and then punch out the 1-inch, and it's ready to use. And here's another mini drawer that I made. I made one of these. I made it in one of the video. Can't remember. If I can find it, I will try to link the link below. I got this set of wooden tray from dollar store. You don't have to cover it with paper, but I love the look of it. You can paint it to the color you like. It come in a set of 3 sizes. This is small, medium, and large for $4. That's like $1 a piece, right? So I cover them up, and I have these a little drawer handles, so I just use that and make it into a mini drawer. The drawer, I made it from a mini weed box, 3 boxes cut up in pieces and then glue them together so that it's this thick and strong. It's really strong. See how strong it is. And then I just use the cracker box, or not, yeah, cracker box to stack up to make like a slot, right? Like you can see like the whole box. Cut it to the size, cover with your favorite paper or paint it the way you wanted it, and then it just turn into a drawer, right? And yeah, and here's my most expensive washi tape from Amity Bloom. And that's so what's outside, so I can see, I can use, and they will be in a small container so that when I pull out on my desk, I not take all the space. And then that's my printing label, so it's in there. When I print, it's nice. And then here's another drawer. This is my very first drawer that I made with the ruler from washing Nick the Booksmith. a wooden ruler. If you have one, you can try to make one yourself, and then and that's what I keep it in there. And that's, yeah. So, and in here is my mess. Also making from Amazon box on this one. It's just like my everything in there, my glasses, my lip balm, and in here my pencil that I reach to the most. And in here my sewing material, like a chalk and a fabric scissors and sharpener in there. And the big mess is down here, which it looked like a big mess, but it is very organized. In that wooden basket is my sewing, my book binding, like an awl and clip and thread and needles and stuff. And behind there's my cardstock printing paper. And in here my color small scrap, which my goal is to collage and get rid of it. And here it's just my bags that I use to lay on top of my table. When that one dirty, I pulled out, and then in here it's my cut, like what do you call the cutter, trimmer and cutter, and my napkin, my drinking water supply. And yeah, so that it organized. This is my heating pad for my shoulder. And in here I have this paper chest from many years ago, and I collage it with this beautiful flower image from the book that I cut out, and they are filled with my lace and doily. And it's not organized, so I just throw in pieces and stuff, and it's on wheels, so I can wheel it in out easily. And then back there I store printable book page in there, and then label which stores from. And this is just to keep my mail, personal mail, and in here. So I just gone through. So in here my most used and most used artists like Bloom, Medieval Mirage. Oops, sorry. Yeah, like this one. That's one wallpaper. This artist design. It's pretty dark, isn't it? This is Miss Call, and that's Medieval Mirage. Yeah, so I name most of the most used people on top, and then let's reach out on the bottom one. I'll put it back. And those are the cereal box that I cut. I cut the flap off and then store in them like a chipboard, cereal box, and corrugated cardboard. So I just keep what fit in the container, and if what's not, I just recycle them, because no way I can finish that in a year. And it's something that I can get it easily, so I don't need to store everything that come in my way. And here's my heater tool and my masterboard folder. So this is how I keep them as well. Like I do a lot and I use a lot, so I have a little bit left in here, and that's how I keep my masterboard. Yeah, so, and those are my napkin and my Japanese paper. And in this drawer I label them. I need to update my label because I shift them around a bit. Yeah, so I love it. I love how this works. And behind this box is my beads that when I was making a jewelry or bead making. I'm wearing every hat Oops, I think my husband just left to the gym. Yeah, so that's it. My room. What do you think? One, I have my shop in the guest room, and then I have a shelf in there that I'm gonna keep them in there so I can. It's not a mess. It looks very nice, so I don't think anyone would mind me keeping it in there. That was a quick tour, wasn't it? It's still a mess, but it's organized, right? I mean, how could you organize so much and make it look so good unless you have place for everything that you can see, and you know? But this is my goal for 2025 is try to use as much as I can with what I have. And I already make a deal with my husband from January till April. No buy till end of April. Who wants to join my challenge? Yeah, I am dying. I am suffer, but it's a good cause. I have to contain myself from not buying. Well, I lie because the ink was ran out the other day, and yeah, and he said that's exception. Shipping and ink I can spend, but nothing else. He said I can live without it. So far so good, but I get frustrated because I want to do a fancy quilts, crazy quilts, but my machine, it's been with this guy for 3 months. I keep calling him and he's like, I'm working on it. Oops, sorry. Show you the big mess in the bedroom. Yeah, I think Darcy might be in there actually. He loves sleeping, napping in my bed now. Yeah, so this is it. I hope I can inspire you to go through your stuff and see what you need, and join me for no spend, no buy. January, February, March, April, 4 months. 4 months, no buy. Yeah. I hope that will force me to use what I have and make some beautiful stuff with what I have. I think I have so much. So much. Most book are down basement is pretty much for my health, and yeah. Oh dear. I think we all have that issue, right? Like having, when we get, I'm not saying older, but we get age like a wine, we will tend to weaken our immune, so we can't tolerate like we used to when we were young, right? Yeah, so I don't know what I'm saying, but I just show you the mess and hope that will get you look at your stuff and think it really worked for me, how I make things small so that I can bring to the table, and then a smaller table space, and it work so I can work on digital here, and then I can turn around, so, and then I can turn around film in one spot, and then I still have room for Mr. Darcy to come and hang. Yeah, so we'll see you the next video, my dear friend, and stay warm, and yeah, let's craft together again soon. Bye.